The murder of Gianni Versace, the manhunt for Andrew Cunanan, 1997, USA. In the summer of 1997, the world of fashion was shaken by one of the most shocking crimes in modern history. A legendary designer, a ruthless killer on the run, and a manhunt that gripped the United States. This is the story of Gianni Versace, Andrew Cunanan, and the tragic morning that changed everything. The rise of a legend. Gianni Versace wasn't just a fashion designer, he was a global icon. His bold designs, his luxurious vision, and his unmistakable style transformed him into one of the most powerful creative minds of the 20th century. By 1997, Versace lived part-time in a breathtaking Mediterranean-style mansion in Miami Beach known as Casa Casuarina. He had fame, fortune, and respect across the world. But somewhere far from the glamour, another story was unfolding, dark, violent, and spiraling out of control. Andrew Cunanan was 27 years old, charming, intelligent, and deeply unstable. Behind his confident smile was a history of manipulation, financial lies, and a growing obsession with status and power. In April 1997, he began a violent rampage that left 4 men dead across the United States. Jeffrey Trail, David Madsen, Lee Miglin, William Reese. By June, Cunanan was on the FBI's 10 most wanted list, yet he continued evading capture. And as his life spiraled downward, his crimes became increasingly desperate and unpredictable. July 15, 1997. It was a quiet Tuesday morning in Miami Beach. At around 8 a.m., Gianni Versace walked to a nearby cafe, purchased magazines, and returned to his mansion, just like he had done countless times before. At 8:44 a.m., as he reached the front steps of Casa Casuarina, Andrew Cunanan emerged. 2 shots at point-blank range shattered the morning calm. One bullet struck Versace behind the left ear. The second hit his cheek. The world-renowned designer collapsed instantly. Inside the mansion, Versace's partner, Antonio D'Amico, heard the gunfire and rushed outside, finding him lying in a pool of blood. The fashion world stopped. Miami Beach went into shock. Andrew Cunanan had just committed the most high-profile killing of his spree. Manhunt. Police immediately identified Cunanan using shell casings and the murder weapon, linked directly to his previous murders. What followed was an enormous manhunt. FBI agents flooded Miami. Roadblocks appeared across the city. Helicopters scanned the shoreline. Posters and alerts appeared everywhere. But Cunanan had slipped into hiding. For 8 days, he roamed Miami Beach undetected. He stayed in abandoned buildings, hid near marinas, and even blended into tourist areas. Despite being one of the most wanted men in America, he managed to stay invisible. On July 23rd, a caretaker reported a broken window on a houseboat near Collins Avenue. Police approached cautiously. As SWAT teams surrounded the boat, officers called out for any occupants to surrender. Moments later, a single gunshot echoed from inside. When they entered, they found Andrew Cunanan dead, killed by a self-inflicted gunshot wound. In his hand was the same .40 caliber handgun used to murder Versace and the 4 other victims. The manhunt was over. With Cunanan dead, investigators were left with more questions than answers. Why Versace? Why the spree? Was it jealousy? Delusion? Desperation? Obsession? No notes were left. No confession. No explanation. The true motive died with him. Gianni Versace's murder sent shockwaves worldwide. His funeral in Milan drew heads of state, celebrities, and the most powerful figures in fashion. His sister, Donatella Versace, took over the creative direction of his empire, carrying his vision into the future. Meanwhile, Casa Casuarina, his iconic Miami mansion, became a luxury hotel, though many say Versace's artistic spirit still lingers there. And the story of his tragic death continues to be told through documentaries, books, and major productions like American Crime Story. This case remains one of the most haunting crimes of the 1990s, a tale of genius, glamour, darkness, and unanswered questions. If you found this story gripping, don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our growing community. Your engagement helps us bring more real-life crime documentaries and deep investigations like this one to life. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.